Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for Northern Ag TV. The McCrae family had their annual bull sale at the Glasgow Stockyards last Thursday, where they have been selling their seed stock for 37 years. The McCraes, who are neighbors to my family ranch, homesteaded on the Big Dry in East Garfield County in the early 1900s, started raising Angus cattle in 1963, had their first bull sale around 1988, and have since built their program to raise cattle that perform through tough range conditions year after year. Today, the ranch is operated by Brent and Hillary McCrae and their sons John and Ben, alongside Brent's brother Jack and his wife Kathy.
We've worked with Glasgow Stockyards selling our seed stock, but also all of our livestock that we sell. 90% of it comes right through the yards and weighed right across the scale in Glasgow. It's been a great relationship through different ownership and through the support of the Valley County and Glasgow area. Having to walk a long ways to water, sometimes not enough grass. We have sagebrush, gumbo, cactus, and we expect them cattle to move out in big pastures and stay sound, bring in a heavy calf, be rebred, and do it over and over and over again. Reliability of the cow herd is first and foremost.
Despite ongoing challenges like drought, Brent says that optimism remains high among producers across eastern Montana, supported by strong cattle prices and resilient communities.
Drought is kind of the elephant in the room, if you will. It's been here for about 7-8 years without a really good break. Grasshoppers, we're raising those better than we ever have. We'd like to see an end to both of those and have a normal year. It's concerning, but you know, the people of eastern Montana, they're pretty resolute and they kind of make do with what's there, and they expect their cows to work.
While at the sale, I was also able to talk with Cody Cornwell, owner of the Stockyards.
This sale today for the McCrae family, and excited. Great to see all their neighbors, new customers, old customers. They have the most stylish set of Angus bulls that I've seen to date in the yards, and the fact that most of their neighbors are here buying the bulls is a testament to their program.
Cody pointed out that every day we've been making new contract highs, selling the most expensive cull cows ever, and recording the highest priced steer calves in history.
Drought is always a concern in Montana, or especially eastern Montana, but we have to believe, have faith, it's going to rain, things will be fine. Prices going forward, there have been no symptoms that we are topping yet. No signals of a top. Just have faith and sell this set of cattle is going to be the highest priced inventory you've ever get a chance to market, and enjoy the moment.
We'll be back right after this to take a look at the Big Dry Angus bull sale results.
From the beginning, we've worked closely with farmers. BNSF's ties to the agricultural community go back 175 years. Together, we've innovated to make the U.S. agriculture supply chain one of the most efficient and productive in the world. Our strong relationship powers BNSF still today and helps us move the nation like no one else can. At BNSF, we move the nation for you.
Talking with someone that you know is stressed out, those are difficult things to approach, but if you're good friends with those people, reach out and say, I'm here to talk to you. We can find somewhere to get some assistance. It's hard to get involved, but at the same time, you want to just say, hey, there is help available.
For more tips in dealing with stress in agriculture or for free counseling for egg producers, visit beyondtheweather.com.
Thanks for joining us back for the markets. Well, the cattle complex opened up the session higher on Monday, but ended up pulling back to close the session lower across the board. Despite higher cash cattle trade of $211 on the hoof and $336 on the rail last week, traders were still cautious. It's possible that this hesitation traders are having is due to the cattle on feed report on Thursday that showed placements slightly higher. However, those numbers were still fairly close to analysts' pre-report estimates. The cattle on feed report showed March placements up 5% year over year at 1.84 million head, though last year's placements were down by 12%. As of April 1st, U.S. cattle on feed totaled 11.6 million head, down 2% from 2024. Marketings were at 1.73 million head, up 1% from the previous year. It seems traders focused more on this outcome than the positive cash-fed market in Monday's session. And switching over to the local auctions, at the Glasgow Stockyards, the McRaes had their 37th annual sale, with 82 yearling bulls going through the ring, averaging $7,600 a head. Lot number 45 topped the sale for $17,000. Last Friday in St. Ange, right at 1,000 head of cattle sold, with lots of bred cows and pairs. 3 to 5-year-old breds sold between $3,650 and $3,700. Solid mouth breds at $3,225 to $3,300. Heifer pairs sold in a tighter range at $3,950 to $4,060. It was a similar day for the wheat market as the contract started off positive but pulled back as the session went on. It'll be interesting to see how conditions improve this week, as winter wheat areas could use some better moisture, while areas in the southeast corn belt have already had too much moisture, with more rain in the forecast this week over most areas. Minneapolis hard red spring wheat and Kansas City hard red winter wheat contracts lost 4 to 6 cents across the board on Monday. That's it for today's Northern Ag TV. Thanks for joining us and have a great day.